Your friend me Esla Owusu many MP for Ablekuma West. Na Ghana nyina ni mwasemu a eda Supreme Court ya nyame ya Adom a temuafo no bebua asem no. Mesre ubia wotie mi se bebia omode asem ne betu bia no. Ye nyina yenye no yentie na supem na yemfanye adwuma na yenkan hu se ni nyina ye mayeman no enti se President Mahama yesi wontena ho se yesi Nana Ado emra o se yesi yento abani biomu ni nyina ye mayeman Ghana na yenwi ye mane ye nananom ho ne yankoye bibi a edi basabasayo ohaw kwadanna en bebre ye mai obi
Momayam boyasum jevon bay. Multimedia Nesta Ghana ne dinkratu ibrel.
Yefeme efia pokuya news editor ewo Adom FM. Say ensenchofo no ya sede ayewo efa abato ne sede abato bekoyie anase bekochwo anase kwan bia bekoso no ene se ye bema nkofo ate de ekoso ewa abato mu the adwuma poten ne se de broni beka say we are supposed to educate, entertain and inform, but the here kesi wo mpa ne de be kyerɛkyerɛ nkrofo ene se ye bema nkofo so ate nsɛm ekoso ndi se adwuma ntichu ne duru abato a ye ho adwuma ena ne tichu because abato nso eye ade emu ohu yenyina enim abakwasem a we bibi memu ase duru abato a etumi de ntokwaba etumi dane oman ne butu terebia oman ne nyina akra anko ntokwaba hwe na ntokwa nketenkete ewo nkro bebre so ena yesa nso etumi ma oman ne dane butu nti abato kyerɛ oman bia ne hyebre be se be koyie oman ne benyina ko nani ma na se be san asan nachi nti eduru sa bre no so abato bre a na nsentofo so yadwuma ho abehia kese pa se de di kan ye be kyerɛkyerɛ omanfo abato no ankasa omde omo ho hyem no abato no ho mfaso de nti abato no ya ade wo so obi ade ne ho hyem anase de nti a oman no age atum se ye nto aba no omanfo no ankasa nkyerɛ omadwene se aban we anase we enomo ede be ye adwuma ena afi so ekwan a ye fa so to aba ni nyina nsentofo so ya sade se ye kyerɛ se bi edu ye ne ye nuanom electoral commission for ye adwuma be kyerɛ o fansetim ha ya abobɔ ni se unze ni nyina edu ha ye ya akro ya na ye san kyerɛ no mo omanfo ena ansa na kwan no amanyofo no anso o mu gina paso aton o mu nsɛm so o mpɛ sɛ wo mo nsem sei no mo de beboa wo man no wo mo betimi aye adwuma ne sei anase sei ya nsentwofo ya so na ekotie ya beka ya kyerɛkyerɛ mo mo kom mo be ofo akese no a ya san ba be kyerɛkyerɛ se de be wo manfo no ekura bia wo hyase bia no wo beti sa somasi ni obentini nanim duye ni sei no ote nsem sei no oka nani so ade ho a wo ma oni afa odu e bia da ye beto abane de abato krata na ma wo sa somasi anaso obentini mfoni sei ene boso nsentwofo ye na mankofo ehu sani amani nyina ena yato aba no ankasa nso awie no se dem di kankan na abato no humu aye no ebeba ne se ebeji atum ana aye nyi ntum nso no so gina sentwofo no so sa se de ebekoso e wa abato da ne bia ye ne ekotie asa konkonsan so ene de enye bone ye ne ekotie wo polling stations awodo nyina am ne de abeto omanfo anim nti asade ne hia because honom no ene se na asemo court no se ekoto aba ne wie wo polling stations na se amamienu miensa enan na so masi anase obenten anase oyonko nyaaye no yekeka ni nyina bom ne ama omanfo ate nti nsantofo ye hu hia pa wa abato mu eno na ama sese nkofo bebre nya gidie wo enhyehyɛ ya de to abato nim ye de to abane mu ye electoral process nse o ne manyini akonanim eno so kurenti na ama ne obi so de asema court because nsantofo adwuma no ekɔ ne sei no wo hwɛ court asemi ekoso ya enwo mo ya no maka so na nsantofo bi kan sese ebi so kan sese nti no ana ama nti asede ende eye de ehia pa ebetumi aboa ya ma oman no ko enanum sesi ana ya to aba na wie na asem na ko ese ewo abato adwumako no ya sede biom a aba ne se ebetumi a cheche omanfo mu sede court nsem ne tie lawyer we kan say sede ba say mu ani wie a na Supreme Court de atemu no hu mu e beto dwa obi agya atum so o adwuma de wo ma ye bi esan se nye yen ana tumi ne kuta se be cheche abatum se we na edi nkunim ana we na edi enkugo so obengu se ye to aba ne wie ne ye bobo no kra ye bobo a ya sanchofo na ta aka se provisional results chese nye yen ana mrama ye tumi se ye nkyere se we ye authentic result ana se se nti omo ye adwuma na wi a ye de electoral commission kro na kodu court no e ho se ye di mo ye ne baba se de judges ne be ka no sana won se yen so ye kyere mu se de be obi abete no ase na oman no kakra na ye koyanim
Momayam Boyasum Jevon Bay. Multimedia Nista Ghana Nedin Kratwe Ibrel.
Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he had chosen for his own inheritance. Psalm 33 verses 12. Under the auspices of the Christian Council of Ghana, Catholic Bishop Conference, Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, and the National Association of Charismatic and Christian Churches, Multi TV and the Graphic Communications Group presents Prayathon 2013. Heal Our Land. Theme: Peace and Prosperity in Our Land, Ghana. Join us for hours of uninterruptible prayer and worship on the Jesus Channel, wherever you are in the country, as we reach out to God for his intervention before and after the election petition ruling. All Prayathon events are scheduled as follows: Wednesday, 28th and Thursday, 29th August. Tune into the Jesus Channel on Multi TV for the special prayer and worship night, happening live in the studio every day at 11 p.m. And join us via SMS, phone, and Facebook. We climax it all with a powerful 12 hours prayer session starting Friday, 30th August 2013. Venue is the Accra Technical Training College, ATTC, Kokumlemle, Accra. Time is 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. All events will be telecast live on the Jesus Channel, so go grab your Multi TV Digibox today. Remember, prayer is the key.
Multi TV, just thrills.
Anunti ya san transi bi mu a ye de empense mu to so e wo Adom TV bedwam dwumadie so safe na de ato Adom TV na ogusu a wo hwei na bedwam dwumadie ye transi se dia na chese ensem pi na se de ate ye tene be wantimi ante aye gya ho ene sen nyame adoma wo chena ejebo wo chena abere wo yipuma kwamu atemu afo nkro ne tenase na mansotwe be boso me nsu ne ya brobro soa obi anka na sem emfada nsidi mra yemisebise mu nsem yemo no boa afedi aduru atemu na ibedi hu nkomo pi ene den na ansa na no obi tonkra bi se matade hyeme ye me fepa mesre abanti bi okumase CJ Fashions ono na epamatade fefe owo eye jopo opposite one mo amakom ahyefe mo nchen ho CJ Fashions nyankopon hira no obetimi so afre no naja wada na sibi amame 0268 505021 0268 505021 CJ Fashions abante ne nsa no fe papa medi edna na se yampofo gina no pay enkomo ben na yedie didi kan obofo ene de ne nam ehwo apaso efene a aba na yedie eno nti ene efene bi aba ne yedidi na Supreme Court asem ebinum de eye ni daso ebinum de eye ayamhyehyɛ ebinum susu kra de adane mpaebɔ ni bi bɔ mpae bi ya pae bi pomoto ase bi gunsa ni nyina ne sɛ yakopɔn ebisi abɛhwɛ obɛme nanim nyam ɛne empo na buburo a asomdwe nko ano gyina hɔ ma no wa besi ɔman Ghana yedua kɛseɛ so wɔkyena na asomdwe aduru ɔman abra Supreme Court mpanimfo de atemu no bɛba sebeko bunkum sebeko difa Ghana ɛbɛtena se mpanimfo a wono mo twa poi omu nyina beto Ghana omu nyina so be wagya Ghana ho eye menu mienu ene ye ba be sei oman ye ba beto se nananom akyekere ba beduru sampempenso yi ye be ne yie anase ye be sei no ne mpo se kokoba se adwena wafa no amamusa anase sudie no amamusa na no kyere se ewiase aba na wiye anase etesei ye hwe wo kyena 29th of August osanabo so me to so aduonu nkron fie mpenu no dumiensa atemu no beba so na mpanimfo ayenhye sununku bi a wɔkyena court ahodo a ɛwɔ Supreme Court ne nkyɛnkyɛn nyina wɔn kyerɛ mu wɔkyena wɔn bɛtutum wɔn nyɛ adwuma so hu esi abo so na ne nwoma so ɛno nti Supreme Court was saying, "Sabi nyam kwada said you be bekana no." And it's na ho behia say, "Edin samu nketenkete ne mataho ni nyina be gu nkyɛn na yenya kwan fita we genum na yewie no kra no ati no ebinya bre na ye de ahwede aka no nti epenifo akyerem se sesei hwɛ court ahodo a ombetutum wo kyena civil and criminal divisions wo court of appeal ho no nyina no ombetum high courts ahodo bi so any offices of judicial staff and so ombetum fast track high court 1 to 6 and so ombetutum and afi 6 commercial court ahodo no so ombetutum there can be financial labor and human rights courts and so ombetutum na omo registries nyina yeto court mu a yeto ene ne registry nyina mu de aka ho and afi so no so we judicial staff and judicial service staff na wo kyena no uni accreditation so de be court premises so amesere nko ho enko se obo enko twitwi pimpinis emfa phone ta won se makoma ko benu yebisa wadan a so haya na me adwuma yeso kyena nkuta accreditation na me ho sere wa we baby aduru no ye mpese bia nipa bi obehwe no na baby anyame ma ebo apesi na bonsam of faculty kwan bi so akoto momone wo ho ye mpese ade ni nti wo kyene so ni dwuma bi di se ho na ya adwuma kora uni dwuma bi di a mensi ho aposifo aye ntutue bebre anu musisi akwan bi ni ade eno so menko ho enko ye mmerentoa ha na me ye adwuma ha na me tie ha na da bia mefa o kyena nko amfa ha na ye den o kyena kora se mi bia se bibia totomu abi kura beduru donko no mienu na bibia akodadin na kyese omo aka de omo ebeka ni nyina ede awie na eno eda enchen a ebehwe nsem foforo so ede aka Supreme Court nsensem no na asemba akoso eda paso eno so dikaditie efa Samia Uku no ye deputy communications director edema MPP amanyuko no eni bi ne na monten so yese papa no ana abantie no nene nsem wo mu no ebi mu oya semesoa na asemi ba yi sisi amekasa asem na kodi aposifo nsem no yewura sefasata okasama posi adwumako na bekyerem se wono mu etie ho benya so mbeto nsa afre Samia Uku mbeto nsa afre no Samia Uku na nkasa so eno abeto dwa se wasi onipa bi se omo pese omo nanim etwitwiri fom eje dimpone edema no na yebeto aso e won nsem fufrum na nsa na no yakwa homa so na ye ne lawyer Michael Kwe Junior a wono ye mranim ni a wogina mu edema Samia Uku deputy communication director edema MPP no ye no eni enkomo lawyer Kwe ya mwachi anope
yo hello me fi chawo ne wetifo ina
ya jo so na wapom ye de
nyame Adom
dedi kan yanya ne ntie se Samia Uku eni ya ho nsensem ekọ eba eni ade no say finally akwakoduru aposifo nsem ema enra ye ni ra sefas ata etwetwe enkomo no wakire mu se mse lawyer free ahoma no so yesaka na yebesan ene no atoa enkomo twetwe ne so lawyer Michael Okwe Junior ono ene ye mranim ni ejina mu de ma Samia Uku a enra betodwa se ono mo ko file suit against the bonkrata bi Daily Post ne Lens na fe Radio Gold so mo na boapa etwitwa ne ma bi frafra kekase ni se ntwitwaso a ye de pam kaba no na fe wono mo de ahye Samia Uku chinchin atwan na ho asem ye bedi ho nkomo na no da nchen a asem foforo so eno so ha dwen pa so asamanfo adwene wo court nsu ye ntwen agency so ene na nefua aduonu baako ese be fa na wotwe miensa mu a ena achechire for ono study o mention upon University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG for omo etiatua ye beba sansem so nansa na no lawyer mesa mo akwa ba o lawyer Mike Okwe me mo akwa ba
hello
otimenka
reception enya kra
dan ho kakra na me hwese obetimi nka yi a
reception me nti wo we no kra papa me nim say wo ho me take voice bi but nti dia wo no
me mom de meto nka pa nti bomodin aso otimi de ne kakra bi ebetimi di nkomo
wo say me bomodin a
meto nka otimi nka okay police for abamane se Samia Uku ni tape na emeki runs na watwi ahyase ne ade no ababe ka omo nsa omo hwe simple ehu behia ombeto nsa de afani nim sa semi baye woni lawyer ni de emmanuel ugusua echechre ensemu asemi mwate se police for nsa ka tape no
man ti de o kan yi about the TV bi say police
police for so omo nsa aka
the police no hello
meet you
With regard to the police, no, you can say, my client, no, have a complaint. Say, and be a chat and throw out to the so. Now, no, I am very surprised because Enyadia only mushi. And you know, yes, I was a shame. Now, the advice, no, any advice in say, this time, the policy is, who are about to chat and throw up to Biano, we are going to court. Last year, you sent RAP, Mr. Fusuka Timoka, who buy almost in another one called Oxford. Now we are near we, and then now we just go on the car, now we are near we, Sanime in Ano, if it is bar, get the quarter, you're finding one with Chia, and no be not Mr. Commissia, a good Chia, I do for all that money. Into the court, you present court investigation. Now, evidence no, on the back court. You really answer no, police. Say, one, Samuel Kuno sono, he's not happy about the way that and conform to some criminal or mu transfer so Bible become bearing false witness. Tanya me in ano, enya dia opese na kwemu. And into the call, report say because I say now saying politics no. Near what's here concentrate on no and conform person bashare no. So this is here I see a person ye in a young bobo, yen so yen sim. Now would they entro and our same say every you be so. Now monquam or favored radio stations and newspapers. I could boss tape via in Nima. Now which will say, we nya dia and conform a pese on the asumge eba. Into the best thing say, yes to the air person meaning to know, get him right juma into the court.
And nature say more file suit to that and I say a fair number because I say you say you make be and sebi and one could dim now.
Can one or two main words.
Oh, okay.
What fast I mean take.
Line still and clear. More file suit to that.
What's it?
More file suit to that and I say a fair number filing.
Oh, you're filing and right.
Why and
why
and I'm with you.
I didn't put the holiday. In fact, by now, no, I was say, more county no, ya serve your mother. Ain't you know, and then you say, a legal vacation in tea, and Kayan crowd and run and moving to court. But a legal vacation, you know, judges no more than no so. Into you want to bro on also. Into your moon to me and fat and no at that yesterday. But and then, yeah, they are smart to form. Say, oh, my, we not a queen and a you bet, yeah, some no ever to omini ever quarter.
Why, and I'm with you, woman.
Ghanaians, Daily Post, and Radio Gold.
Among for two figures be actual amount to near saying. Among for two figures be BC 1 million, a BC 1 billion, actual figure.
Amount for
a two figures be say, once you 1 million, a BC 500, BC, saying, say, Ankasa.
Yes, amount now, Mr. Samuel Ku, requested a suit to 1 million Ghana cedis.
Okay. So say yan ntie said the Andre Beto Dwa said Deputy Information Minister Felix Kwachi.
Slow. What say when yan ntie say?
Enra ye Deputy Information Minister Felix Kwachi Ofusu. What the buyer say aban consider say obehwe amount investigations into that tape no ho asem no. Na police for meba lawyer meba ansa. Police for
okay, me the Martin Felix Ofusu Kwachi anamwa. Hello.
Meet you.
Okay. Now, Mr. Ofosu Kwachi asem ne de na kaka because sebi time na owo advocacy platform group no. Na me feel so I know the area or ye campaign on your government minister in Tibia. Ye many bi o ha e be mistake kaka. Na BBC IAP maintain that said deputy information minister Ekuku Baba Jamal tape Ekoma police. And now Deputy Information Minister Ekuku Boatinjan tape Ekoma police. And so another Deputy Information Minister Samuel Kune Ekoma police. Now you wonder say, now is there an agenda? Because Moko retreat weekend by our state Samyuku. And no Ghana for person come with them. The Ghana for person come with them, the Supreme Court case. And you know, share to see on the media, who I ha. So I'm very surprised. Say taxpayers' money, you'd be chair minister. About what is a tape, supposed fabricated tape, not their commodity. The Osha notice I am now, you catch them say tape the air around. That tape was some you could see an enemy. I was so you be a friend authenticate the tape. I found a because you have been put on notice. Tell me, you catch your and sana Okobos tape and say, Yamidia, oh, unknowingly, and now mistakenly, and I'm a board people. And you know, and also I asked them, and now, not just a Wapayo, even though I wouldn't so near Konaka, our police for your investigation to see, say, you know, no, still, Okobos people. Because BBC, they are saying, you know, what authenticating before you play it. It is answering in a so and Kofobi Ashada Omaya Wapayo, I was the name.
Na said a wood trim says some essay and yanini, and yet now on say, and I feel a near or some amount for you.
Hello,
Mr. Woodtrim says some in Ancasa trim say and yanini, and indeed, Anka a chilly bread and saying, lawyer Entiminka, lawyer Mamma we see Hanum say now every pem, you better sign about champion, lawyer Mike Okwe Jr. and out to say, you know, AD and come up, Edifa Samia Uku. And send semi hona and no can come my bidding and pay a Supreme Court no at the home. Police which my monsa aka a year tape no omo a year and more entry more tea and who say and who be here some befriends and me come befriend or so aqua samai a year Ghanaian lens Daily Post and a fee a year radio good say and never call aqua see tape and offer her tape and the tape to say who the friend and who the aqua see you be the and come on tape and someone and when they have a politics no the aboso no president bebre same bebre see proud to elections no after elections see bebre Supreme Court contempt near the chairman for nyina tape ya and so and won some be na university asema na make no 21 days ni na University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAC for Adom na de gu ho se nya de omokwa kwakira de na wo hwe enkratamu ene enhyemu a the statutes of year public universities no say ekokoba say 21 days in academic year na achechirefo enkonko kirade a embra no ne enhye no kire say e wo say you close university no na fe ye dissolution say the brofo ne ka no ye academic calendar no say ye sesa no say be ya de ate akamu ankwada ntimi ensua de ne nyina no ebitimi apebe fufuro e de ahye enu nti ene 21st day of strike no you UTAC for day bibisa baba besi ana se sen na ebekoso eno so yebedi eho enkomo na no pay ene honorable Kojo Edu Asare emrase bdwani akane na owo adenta na babedi nkomo na afi yehwedi mu se deputy communication director de ma MPP amanyoko no John Bodu enso ebabeka yensa ene de atwabutu honorable Abantem John late. Honorable, memo achano pay.
Major so many.
Na apombo ko de.
Adomakwa.
Always looking fresh.
Thank you, sir.
And healthy.
Thank you.
Oya exercise kakra de.
I'm running tambem but kakra e benyana ye de ye bibi.
Kwanura me ho ade bi ma me yem hye me pa. Abra sa peace match ya. Endre course so e wo Accra Sports Stadium no course no. Me hwe ye nuanom politicians ne wo mu na say wo hwe America kakra no mo ko say de o musi tie so ne the opposite side no na just say who be here say be pe exercise scheme bi e dia ma because it's like so bia almost obia no de na funya kese pa no America tuo no ye ne den
no who here am say be dikach ya omo ehwe program ya no pay am say also radio bi so hu ko
Oxy 98.5
no so omo etie so say who be here say you be create some space because we share a human pressure at that politicians so ye minister so ye deputy so ye MP and now puso kra party position bi Sorry, I'm not pabia, no now fear I am. So,
I'm out for back consultation.
I'm out for also banner. Almost Nisa Abu trainer. Ye de train. Me kai.
Obeka say, oh sorry, I can't train you.
Kai time bia. We call Parliament for fro. And me crop for be back home bar be fee. Odi there 30 minutes. Na me PA if you them. The next moment, na your friend me was Radio Gold. Say obi aba me fie na 30 minutes wa be try me na me PA bonte na my pompous. And then you kika ka ho. Ah no be ya asem kra but me chire mu. Say you sorry anopa. Ubetwi ube ngema sabi wo ye wo fiansa wa sorry. O sorry awo ye wo fiansa o timi de ba me fie no. Me so me ye bi.
One paye.
You understand? E bia bia ubetwi wo say ube use washroom. De mapi. Enti no say wo aye wa adwen say wo ba me fie at a particular time I only me nya appointment. Na o de wa ba be pie me fie at that time. Wo so nim ni ameye wo me dem ansa me pie. Na o de me akọ Radio Gold akọ raise such an issue. I think it was a bit, but these are some of the things. The pressures of the people. One here, Udiachia, the so Bonnie be betimi aba. Inti, baby to say Parliament say, and as I said by now, you wore a whole gym. Parliament House should have a gym in place. Man for betimi ako, a juma no pa. Ako use gym no. No we are shower ashe na tadie. Ade atwa time here Parliament baby. And I say wa pon adwuma ewia and enwumrem kakra wetimi akọ exercise bi. The other issue has to do with ankasa our attitude towards public friends. We say tennis court, public tennis court kra ko ball tennis a himfa na woko. Public baby akọ where are you going to? So it looks like we as a people we have misplaced our priorities when it comes to health issues. We want to pay the bills. So I'm buying no first kapudu the tundro near there, but the preventive aspect of it and car. Yes, that's a hormonal concentration no cost. So we don't waste money to cure. And no mum and I bet na like that has taken the best part of it because wherever South Africa, baby I said in Accra training, Accra Sports Stadium, grass and then football park, pitch. Baby I'm Kola training grounds, Accra Sports Stadium, ni Kumasi baby. Let alone they spend money green grass technology. Ghana Hansa see a bua any water bodies near the media water. You understand? So you don't understand why things like this are not in place. You took green grass 3 days. You said need to be used in 3 days. You could track green grass. Now you roll it near the abeshishe. Yes. Uber park be. Now I said dummy.
That's right.
Wow, who baby to say dummy near there. The idea Obia translate. Me call your friend say Barcelona. Almost say Atletico something. Maybe
Wakaso. Bilbao. Espanol.
For stadium Wakaso.
Espanol.
Yes. I'm architect no Usi Stadium no. He invited me to on a tour to the stadium facility. Also, would be a green grass, 3 different types of green grass. And a boss ball in here. People are thinking, people are advancing in there. You ask yourself whether Ghana, then what exactly? And I don't think we have problems, but the drive. You understand? The drive to do it. Me tell me, I come and say, Ghana, a whole concentration of a place like National Service Secretariat. I mean, the bunch of our intellectual capacity as a nation running through that place every year. My brother, there's so much that can be done from that channel, I'm telling you. You understand? And that is the creme of the people, young people, exuberant people, ready to apply their fresh, whatever technological, give them a way to experiment it. I mean, with some guidance and direction. I'm sure say there can be a lot of explosion at that level. And you know, you wonder why other agencies, departments that are mandated to manage things like these are not doing it. Maybe one very sad issue that came to mind, like Meteor Radio, so I felt very, very sad about it. Ghana Tennis Association, banning them from participating in all ITF FNSA programs. And you wonder why a thing like this can happen. Because it happened to me. Mekai 3 years ago, I called Maputo with the Ghana Swimming. I'm the vice president of the association. You call participate. You say you dika. If we don't pay, we can't participate. I had to dole out money from my own pocket, $800. And yes, kebiao.
Bibi kakra.
Masa yes kebia for a nation like Ghana.
But say oh no, I can say as individual and the
no. You see, sometimes I don't understand. Your castle of Maya, it's made up of people. Do you understand? In this country, you bibia ba near the Ashabai. Oh, near share president, near share the Master, these are little things that people downstream should sort out or should be able to sort out. And I excuse, and your throw letter, and your decor, and for how many years? You understand? So this is not about president, it's not about minister, it's not even about chief executive. It comes downstream somewhere. But people, so them say, now we've been banned. Mimi could do what you can. Now, ye sika, as I say, free Ghana, and the bar, now you to meditate your side, it may do it. But I had to pay because of deadlines. Me sika the tia, me transmit, me say, me train, I'm a sikano ababi do, I have say. Answer because ni ambassador I say the embassy you said there were you bet me why skakra dia father so and I say Zimbabwe say omo ambassador na or try say obe arrange bibi ediamaye, but somebody had to intervene. And American sometimes that sense of urgency you bet me they mitigate the issue the situation before whatever systems are as I say be clear and also aba. I think that sense of responsibility has to come all the way from top to down, so that all of us can build a situation like that. It's the issue about our health, and yet the curative aspect, the preventive is more important, because if you are strong, and I say will be a function here, seven predators. Yare nkitin you check the environment in tuntumuni niema ebetimi ama yare nkitin a ebobo boye ebetimi esi anu bebre
ano amanhu o park ne so
honestly manti nka entem
you invite o bobo na bo no nshada nya de
oh anka wa ube bibi my ball up to 3rd division level.
Oh, okay. Now what position?
Yeah. Those days, 11, 10. Those days.
That's always speed.
Not necessarily. Me was skill. I mean, that
skill.
One. Yeah, and me passes, accurate passes. Very accurate. Just say.
Okay.
If I have
a
good marksman.
Also skills. But skills they say they are kakra.
No, and they were just that, like I said, na yenya and facilities are exactly. No, na ye hia kakra kan.
John, Akwaba. Nandra man who park in so.
park no so there be no man call
nanka me hwe wo 7 ho baby at least nanka u twa wadre
me
no pesperseta
me libro
ochi ball no ko touch na wa to
me utility player
also kuta ne skills na bia
be 4 6 8 or 10
oh okay
but then I think say organization no man shedan tenant and later even it was in the morning now test me by say I must be at the park. Meanwhile, as I'm programs, I'm minimum schedule that I say or send me back area no. Mean to me all of a sudden, many replacement, especially about late mean to me in jail also ho and could park no a huge disappointment. And I think say it went well. Me wo nyana me share.
Monitor.
Clearly, carpenter Juma Bana Okofa Mason so ya won say want me nyani o the carpenter ni ankasa wo ho won say obey ni still bend the Juma ba na Okofa your friend is saying trotro driver say obey still bend the Juma want me it clearly showed say football football say Juma we share old players here
and Mohammed Polo na Dr. Busakara no the boy on the final talk no the family we try to say ya or the team na say every day
I think that it was on even playing field
okay
say Kasanga go Mohammed Polo Busakara be ni say aye ni say ba Polo field no so say it was clear. But all said and done, I think it went well. Only say organizers did not, because the effect I was saying Kenya, since it is close, if it is just about the verdict, they are too close, you may not have the needed effect and all that. I think it's part of the industry I creative for the last minute moment, but it's okay. I think it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, we opaki collections we Kumasi now say honorable swagger. We feel papa. I say more swag for you.
Thank you, my brother.
Opaki collections we Kumasi na Kwamina Jesse Buju enso ewo Nick TC scan and also we say na Kwamina Bubi ansa. Ni nua ba kope o we show happy birthday be Kwamina baby a obi a say ye ne kofa Bible no na edu sofo na ye honorable yemfa Endra Jumedi na course no. Sa peace match na nkasa impact making impact bi nyansusansuo bi ana so feel say message ana person mo carry across edema amanfo no ekoy na yemfanka Supreme Court omo so hyehyɛ ya omo close some courts bi nyame admo china na arrangements awo nyina ahead of wachina ruling no yemfa mom ni enko
yo I'm say meka I'll first and foremost make commend the Obia Nas organization Bia Nas Kubia in this last few months. And why yet that attempt to ambode asumdwe amu preachy asumdwe hunsem me commend you omunyina fi say ama ohwe kromo a obia ka asumdwe hunsem
I say message na wura man futrim
exactly and ama kasa de ema abojo anase
akomato ye mo
ajuno you realize it's seeping into the system everywhere obia can be enti na some time back no asenia amosha ase na peace asenia amanfo say ya adoso dodo but me the my position is say ade papa bia ni say doso en say hwe say
nam dodo en sen kwan ya
ade papa nkoa de ye no pi you can't have more like you can't have more than enough. So, no, yes, no, you can't. This I don't think if you say more than enough, it doesn't sit well. Like, ultimately, can say menya enough of it because a door so cry and stoby. Ultimately, say, your mouse capi, nanza won't mean dia. what do you do? UDBCA, that year, what's our. So for me, I think we should take it in that stride. And the fact said, and there is like Obia TB, wouldn't Obia dim koma. Oh, young Mompire, Bibian, Koso Jojo, ne Kikaka, said be Obikra, why not drink say, and Obedi Bonnicra, Podo says, yeah, you need Nimcra bedding. So, because it's like the ground is set for that, friend said, peaceful delivery of the judgment and the subsequent year, beba, and not necessarily the aftermath. And I may feel say, and also the been managing ye kakra, and no steps kakra, as I say, yeah, they tutumu in terms of security, in some gathering, maybe a convergence, and near idea a bit me a sparky. Let's also admonish. Say, yeah, baby, sabi, yeah, no moonsa, any places like that, no. Also, sanke betimia, some restriction, kakra, for a few days. So, say, ebia, abrochre say, your boy 11 o'clock, baby, Anton Sakra, number 11, yes. Say, if baby off license shops. Almost to me, yeah, Juma 24 hours. But yeah, baby, you didn't send this, yeah, you be say cage, be a tomb. Into we do hot after is it 11? I think so. We do 11 o'clock. Now, sir, portion, ya shot, ya ton any alcoholic drink apart from say your parbo say then you by 11 near pon because omuni momo say 11 bonus amount was starting to trebi after that a be hard drink. So, inti oma yen shishe bi etisa. If for this reason, you bet me ama bibisa ayeyi na some little security steps be a emma lapses sebi because every one life lost is enough to mar everything. We want to pray say apart from police if we do mobile or criminal like we were discussing earlier, some preventive measures are a bit me see before it calls for a reaction of a sort from any security agent or agency now. It will help to put things in place. But for so far, I think as a nation we've done so well. I mean, I personally feel say this thing will pass as one of our success stories as a nation, that be to prove to the world say Ghana for ye dance so kakra fa ye ni ye pi hu eni bie eni ye nyamisro eni ye suenhunu eni ye hu a I mean the intermarriage has also helped to as a tribal nemanema who call some parts of West African countries they are the jinemu painting ahano and sapi so enti ni nyina kafu ama ema ushia onyonko a otinkrai oti aigbe oti hausa enti no within ushia na ko ese ne unua kra obi a onim no po ache ni ade enti no ye din pa se ya na bonsam wo wiase mo die but yes you feel say nyankopon sa wo ye man so na nyankofo Ghanafo wo nyamisro enti ye ndu sam pempe so a sebe amanfo bi America mokra fu say bia ebetimi asi man mo I have no such in my mind. And then going on the friend saying security issue and I said measures are police for any other idea too. I think it makes a lot of sense. Say on a day like because we share that High Court, the Supreme Court perimeter honor a baby action wohopa because lawyers are who do or call magistrate court waha no aba circuit court waha now call high court waha no call commercial court waha the same day so until nipa there's a turnover of a lot of lawyers on one hand on another hand and even the workers ankasa nso on the if there are 3 hands you can add the third one. So ain't no now more so that particular street nankasa nso kra no one area what the business district of the city. Banks are who doing almost head offices and Barclays, Standard Chartered, and all these others. Apart from that, AMA, and so that area where like Accra, some farm, on daily basis. So it's quite a busy area. So say oh yeah, BB say na say uja the way it and leave it as business as usual there. Then I'm here. Pursue some threats to another insecurity to whoever are supposed to do their work there, especially at this time.
Okay.
And to me, GD say it's important, and in as much as you should look out for people who play truant. Police for near the Ibinum to say that now can earlier will be at this asem we pa say ya can the Indiama pushy kakra at it do no so police for no they have to also apply more professional skills now mo ko overreact in a manner day in Tawantawa beba public no any omo entem. I mean they are trained, and I'm sure say they are trained to handle such situations. And you know, this is a time you hear ubia best at this time. Into ubia say we are assigned to that area. Also bonfire say even at the highest provocation as a friend say we award the powers to arrest and whatever. Use the law.
Okay. Honorable Mesa about to be near parties in Ankasa, most enough to prepare the minds of more supporters. No, and then can him say a police for no more. You don't bet me be idea. And so you watch a fan. I was say ye woman answer and away or say God have blessed Ghana with this peaceful land. Stephen the free as and Krigwa Eddie Ebayano, and I will see peace. Always peace for Ghana and home. We see God created man in his own image and divided us into tribes, religions, nations, and continents. It means that we are all one people from one father. Stanley the free burger Eddie Ebayano. And I will say, this is my prayer. Oh God, help Ghana, even if there will be war, let it be Waterville, not what you mean? Okay. Say na some tiawa person work na when ya construction yi say simple ntokwa beba na was say ntokwa ye de sika de free ye Waterville ne ye wo you mean nten na nye de ye de ebekunkum ye ho Charles de all the free kono e de buy no we say na I like the way you go about your work. Inshallah. We say God has already blessed Ghana, so nobody should panic. Cheba for the a free session be quiet there no. And we also adhere and also in October 2011 UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon stated our world is one of terrible contradictions, plenty of food but 1 billion people go hungry, lavish lifestyles for few but poverty for too many others, huge advances in medicine while mothers die every day in childbirth, billions spent on weapons too. But well, you know, I'm not every Ndikabet me de aka no ato aso e de amaye dia odin sukra no ama John yen hwendra match na ekoso no impact omatimi carry through message no na Supreme Court arrangement ni ade a efa ho ochina ADD
eyo me da se da me kan am say first part no maka say good say yeah as part of the industry I create it towards the end or close to verdict no. In my view, no, they're too close into social publicity, no, and share that papa. But Sebi, at the papa be no, oh yeah, even the impact on one person, crana, you can't say wrong, unless of course say be a cost benefit analysis. No, I say car, yeah, they say and the BBO fra, and can impact be never man. In my view, no. Very close into but no I'm saying I can't be brave on arrangement. I ne home croneba. On say ever share something. I say okay. Those times police in yes, elaborate arrangement. Nimba home be brave. Go for you go find fine. Oh, turn on with each other. The short out shine the chow fine side police for airport but you're not quickly. But I think say arrangement by go for static can you TV money near and all that. Yes, start to say you TV no be a comfortable. So we can call now because we could cry and fear need the general bunting. The air cost will court no. Won't it? But to fear ubehu the air cost. And I think say they've done so well. But they have never come home kakra and say judicial service association for no. They be born my baso. No say na what you say na bet na ha. Na omo clothing allowance, the allowances be akemo ache. They deserve to have gone on strike, considering Nisema no omo kana. Them say almost so adwin oman who ye say with all these times almost about 7-8 months yeah share him say ochina na Supreme Court for a verdict ba. But you careful say yan ka say ochina na ye wiye because there are still possibilities of other arrangements after that. And then yama omo action omo strike na sign no me gidi say idea omo ya idea pa na ye can about Supreme Court and in faso to say the Justice Doche can say our elections are not going to be the same after this process na ye judicial service for no infim almost sacrifices on my osha arrangement on my in so me gidi say here pa. And with regards to ye wa basubo bidia ye fam bo Ghana for nyina many a times na say be political party operators no and omo kasa ekire omo amount for yes that is also important, but the ordinary Ghanaian we still have a bigger informal sector, about 60 to 70%, are almost dependent on our buying for their survival directly. Buying about 600,000 out of the total 24 million people. When I mention no, and no they show man many of them want to have peace, irrespective of what political party is in power. Coupled with the fact, say, there has been intermarriages here and there, social system, your upbringing clearly shows. For instance, so far, young say upbringing, so some see of fear, penny of fear, either the head of the family, even at the small level, papa and mama, no, on the head, on my transiaka, you can't say my wow be for no. Yeah, pepper muchirao. When I met you, no, yeah, say I was here final and I punish you. You be punish you, bet ya. Say a honey to me in dinner bar a busian level. You will busia penny or you be hauled before them. At the end of the day, you can't send me we are. Say appetition to have a national to have a in sacred and I say asam no anoesia. Na odwan ba ku bia na mienu ye beje ontumi nka se wontua ubetua ye wie so asam ne ye wie se eho no eso asam ne so sen abusua ye de ko ahemfie ye ka asam ne wie a ye ka wie ye nka asam ne wie ma hu se obi ya ka asam ne wie na okọ won chem obi akobo no se denti da de asam na na se ohene anka asam ne yi. This is the kind of society we've evolved and sasa abrofo the democracy in India. It is part of our culture. It is asidabi wo ho a ye fam boy ho. So the Ghanaian people are not a people although there are few areas sports a flashpoint as a result of chieftaincy ne on Kroneba, it created some few problems for us no. Yeah, I was say boy ho abaso. I was say boy because Ghana, almost all countries around senior problems. Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Togo, you can talk of Nigeria and all that. But yeah, we are still intact because of a lot of other things that brings us together than things that divide us. Things that divide us in a few. But sometimes because of opportunistic behavior, and now you per se you use to know a divide more. But because things are binding together, larger. And although those things for some myopic reasons and no end to me in Koso. Because as I sit here, look, me what Legon. Now me was year 17. You come over, yeah, friend of Vanda City. The only the only recognize all that. And we superpower. Oh, come on, what share others. Until situate was so the share colonies so so me was year 17 Magas Ebefable no year 19 the same block say na Harun Edris was J block na Magas the Chivanda every say free no SRC president Apak
Clement
Apak no a deputy chief under to Magas. The following year na me call year 22 na Magas fee ni dem ho no how they do so by year 19 into the same block. Baba Jama those times you feel one better than a coordinating secretary. Frances CM no a 10 president. Almost I think the first female president and even as at now. Not those times who were Legona. To say so you NDC no boy, I just saw kuku draw papa. To say many of the guys say okay say way NDC that said they were boni diabino. You understand? But Francis Essien works from Bibi Oba, your friend is saying observatory. Any other argument here and there, JCR. To say these are people we've known over the period irrespective of their political background, they are friends. Then I maybe share how name Edidiakoboni Trima and I encourage you. You understand? So we go beyond just our politics. And many of us, look, our ideologies, the differences are not so much. On person from social democrat, no, from social democrat, what am I saying? On person from also. But we share in practice, many of you, us saying capitalist person and orient.
Me orientation, your party no orientation. So be specific. No. We espouse it, and we all have to. You are being sarcastic this morning.
Yes, I know. And that's why I thought that you would take it in your stride.
No, it's not about me. It's about the party's ideology. It will be our baby, whatever orientation you have to live up to the party's ideology.
Your friend said, "John, what kind about the party?" But in this instance, you are referring to him personally.
That is to bring out the point. No, maybe I want to ask you. Maybe I want to make sure that is to bring out the point. Say the differences in our ideologies, although we espouse specific ideological standpoints, the differences in practice are not different. That's exactly the point I'm making. What did I say? The who say no. No, Marie repeat. When I was say you acknowledge the Ghanaian people and you subai yo. Say na adoka say we na say sa political contest election you be eba sra no fie no. I say look. My politics all these years. My party I done first I need the attempt say domo party. The constitution to the rule of law too. Me a lawyer. Me nimsa the assembly court. Either me win and I may lose. In the day until I say the assembly court no me lose and no one e kokon. Me time at the end year. Mbu ye den. Party for anti omo ho ase na omo say up nema. Nana do dan kwa for walk to the place. At the risk of any career. Because in California, party for any say or no any leadership of the party work there to tell them say masa mu wo bibia Mumbra headquarters first of all. Secondly, na asem no enye street so na ebedi no. Constitution e ma ho kwan say who assembly against presidential election process wo ha ye deko. It is that time no kra na and then ye den kra no ye diffuse tension no. Na kanto ene ye can asem we court. Near we are wherever it goes so ba John Boy do fear now there will be 3 band because the Ghanaian people have even psyched themselves. Ochina say why that traffic baby Emma. Many of the stores naturally will not even open.
As a naturally in Ghana for a peace loving.
Yeah, naturally will not open. And the idea assembly we are. Wow, said your mama ne winnie you say nanado ne winnie. Oh no, sebi. Oh, abaya here be go inside of una go dear be akobo bi whatever. You understand? One other thing I was say say we must acknowledge yeti bia no say rule in a bar. There will be Pyrrhic victories. That victory in terms of enisu in terms of political party. But the bigger victory is Ghana. And nuntino nkofo eni beje kakra. Eno obi ani ho betu aka se ma obi ani nje. But uji weni no so no. Ubeji weni in such a way enko affect you understand because for instance America 2018 like ye election that we will be fiana akwebi obese just opposite some derogatory comments about me. Meaning say onim ni pakopo a e friend John Boy do no because me jana na share ni ka onim say oh na say okay so that we share this I say we are we any share him fa on the intimate stress sir especially in communities are densely populated no sa niema na eta akoso eye pa membubo communities need stress in our jubilation and in our victory no yenya in a way affect you obi mani and provoke you obi maka no so no also ebia obi jubilate no nya a lot of tolerance sebe ya kra nipa no de be wa be gina wani mpo no pese osapa logo wani ma so betumi afifie open to me you understand to avoid this na your mind baby a ekọ no yen hwe kwa be fa so a yen nyina ye be ka abom na ye move o mind forward because baby anema ekoi minji ni said the papa ma
okay John Mesai about to now we or say Nana Mutala must be charged for contempt James Tamale so the aya na timo for the taka no samra no ni tumi no e wo mo nsem say hu hia so be free papa na be free no why good morning to you all we are praying and singing peace every day and night but all this are done through the media. The problem is how many people watch TV or listen to radio talking about party supporters, food soldiers, and the rest, who in a way don't understand issues and make trouble all the time. Question mark kesi pada Adibayo asemi ho say nsemo ye kenya radio ni TV so nti na me bisa no say how well they prepare grassroots no ne supporters no omo adwen no na ye ba so sisi we say this good news for Ghana. Amen. Dia wode ebae no we see we cry and yearn for peace and our faith lie in the bosom of the judges, so we need justice needing enka ho na we no mo e de osena number for J please we only have metropolitan municipal and chief executives in Ghana, so Ghanaians should stop calling Mr. Akufo-Addo a mayor. Okay, that's it. I don't know how I don't know. I'm for messages. Good morning to you, Mr. Augustus Andrews, Nana Kwesi, and your tidy frail, Toussaint Hotel, and Mr. Labi Kibi Goldfields Limited. Honorable, a young share, Kwaya Yafaso, parties in Ankasankasa so. What me can be actually mojita for one can fusu no grassroots no about this issue. You say media yena famudie. Peace Council for so the omodie na mu police for your omodie so more parties no so na mu nim kasa so omojita for eti ase ye pa wo chena kianeke eba so anya bia na mo to bia koso
oh say sabio Ghana eso na ye wo sebe media nkwan de obetia ye mpanyimfo enya platform bia na mo kasa omuja sa se na meti ho ya me so me can be. That is how we are communicating to our people. So sebe we don't need like strong words in a peace ni eka na Ghana party ni bia ni ho a onye Ghana ni no we don't want to single out say you need a party for and kasa. We are all talking NPP for kasa. We expect say Ghana we are Ghana ni a ubetibi NDC for so kasa now you Ghana ni a. We are all preaching the same thing. Ni me can ni John okay. We are the dream from different perspectives, but the agenda is just one. So I want to channel. You know, I think say the way I no so far is even the best, because the moment ya say ye chiche you mu no party teacher a chita for kujina for kuna oni omo akasa now other parties nso ne omo chita for na said yeah, we are rather widening the creating that wedge to see us on one side. Me, I wish say all party flags. Party flag bia ni one can say you Ghana. All of it. And nobody should even try to, maybe afterwards. Say party be like whatever happens, I say program B and party be decided so be Thanksgiving. Me, I don't even think victory over what. Thanksgiving. Say we still have a strong nation, and we still have, if it's in my case, President John Mahama, absolutely true. We still have our leader in place. We thank God for that. But Ghana should still remain intact. So that sense of nationalism and what brings us together, because Master, as I grow, now the country is divided. We are watch on party lines, especially NDC and NPP. Bibia, if you can't say, why your research be cry, would they have some atuja? How say people will take it as per its technical content. John Boy natural. Me NDC ni John Boy do right. Exactly. We are getting to that point. And we share with Facebook. And impo and I saw for grass through some Bekasa. Exactly. Yeah, they call us.
Come on, Nigeria, go to which I got.
What am I channel? And you're so pathetic. And so pathetic. And I think, and yet the best in our circumstances. Parties know a role to play. And I think at different levels, we are all trying to educate our people, especially. For now, until this case is determined, it is the government of the NDC and the war, and so that responsibility is stronger on us. So, we don't take chances, or we try to chance kakra ebinyano. We are as a party, a government which has the responsibility of your security and the BBA. So, in as much as we are all in court, parties in court, the government is still president, or is still president until it's determined otherwise. So, that onus of that responsibility of the nation, also, and we as a party that or no part president also belonging to we are a unit to ensure say his tenure is best succeed in that regard. We are playing that role very well. Yeah.
John, also I wanted to say, that is a binomoko sex strike and money and Badwam so be dim in Casahone. I want to see and saying.
What did you say? So I think I'm said the work now.
And some mood ye here this way.
The open say open so bio I out there. One as a
me
and I know that
honorable. Is he complying with the directive or not?
Bisano. Eh, asemwa moamum krofo. Ode ne ho apia e kan ne de o kwa bere. And na nu ya kra some mai su kra sa de ato. Ni na ya honbobo a.
Bisa direct question. Is he complying with the directive or not?
Because a man is saying the
suggestion.
There's no directive.
Suggestion.
There's no directive.
That's what I'm saying. A suggestion.
There's no suggestion from because, for instance, me MPP ni, MPP ni, yeah, you leadership of the party. It's a directive beba from the leadership of the party. Maintain any direction.
But so you say to who so
oh, and they send the individual. Say yeah, say individuals to me the almost football. Fasting for the party for other issues.
But so what
and me say how you there? Me say ma if you want ma, so yes discuss.
Na me ya be hwese bia wo no do ho agimu ana so one family.
Me say how you there do. Yeah, me can esi so say me nyana aka ni nyina. It's not about parties asem. Usha asema akoso ana asema dey almost everybody and church almost everybody is talking about it.
Every Ghanaian.
Almost everybody, not just every Ghanaian. She who are my total GDP is 70 billion, internally generated income is 20 billion. I just say foreigners are woman, musika omo jiri and they are even more concerned. Look, Enra, my name Madam Fubi, my father, baby, my name Madam Fubi. Also, we receive message. Once omo won send bibi chepao I said then.
Chepao.
Was a Chinese one chepao. Omo sending a text say Thursday nya de ombeba distribution. China for they can raise so say and yet just Ghanaians almost everybody any the entire world she say so unique constitutional provision Ghana won ye diswa ye pese ye hwese ye betu implement man na ho adwuma no ye betumi aye ne sen manako sisen until the entire world is watching us and yet Ghana for pe until me gidi say enya idea was say ye can be brave.
Okay.
The Ghanaian people are the people that deserve commendation for all this while.
Me pay boni say nyame adom o chine bebe wie na man for resume. Omoni manema. Na yemfa same ewukudie no ento aso. We colleague deputy communications director na ne ho asem. He say police for chimo monsa ka tape no. But according to any lawyer, lawyer Michael Kwe Jr. Ochemu say omo afale suit against the Lens Daily Post and afi Radio Good say as a fabrication be yab.
Masa, my name say because the court in it all can answer. My name there, I don't know the effect of that. But me John Boy do me tea. Young fan say some na you say what tape no so kind. Young fan say okay. One na agi asem na tum gidi say wakase nti yambo tape no. The very people o ma agi atum say wakase yambo tape. Other tapes ba o mo bo. Oh, ye wo man a ti say the your friend is saying Matamidu. Ye won kofo a or no describe o mo rented press. Say ye kasa ye nyina ye hwekon e be fa so a sebi baby ayaya kodu almost ya bang the finishing line no aban adwuma e dane so no e say ya kan bibi Samuel Oku na mu court okra ya ban no Samuel Oku na mu aye kana se na court ho ya ban no ya ban the court ho no the wine na egodi obi a we share the members are all can be keke you understand odi omudi enkomo say ye kofa meetings are all of us yeah privately abeboa and I'm not saying this to say So obika asama eni se yeka.
But asama na oka say meba me pese o clarify bi mami say o si wo hia ne nkrofo no oka na asem keke na say wo gi atum say ne ana.
Oh, they may start aka no one. Who say meji atum say ne ana anya ne come and discuss it because asem no occur. But I'm just opening up the discussion.
Okay. Say as if
say even po esa. What is the agenda of the people pushing for this? Say omu pushi na court judges no MPP who aye omo ehi and as omu pushi to a level say Supreme Court take a decision na majority by MPP a NDC for na sorry say esan say Samuel Okuka we ni tin ya jintum. And what is the agenda? Na aban a we adwuma ye aban a we serious. Aban a ye G tape or your friend say yaojan. A tape buyer or say wako ministry ya maniska or bekono okoshi a finance minister. Na ya wabaha. Ya de bi abaha umbeka o de obeka other people. Many director of finance e din komo. Nti kono director of finance na on show. Ya ona nkasa eka wo tape no so say sika waji sika ama ne nkofo na wahye da aka say eye loan but eye sika eye free omuntua omumfa mo omo yerenom na so omo koyi she said these have financial implications.
But tell him say according to the purported tape here omo kan nsem wo no say sa pepepe na tie dia issue of concern. Say it boils down on security.
Security saying, yeah, what you need Ghana had na national chairman of the NDC. You need Ghana ha na national chairman of the NDC.
All citing instances, and they will justify.
And I say anything.
Me so citing instances, and they will
justify.
It will
justify a wrong, say me justify.
Say nyade papa. Wa can say.
No, dintra.
Enema bisa enyi kwase so.
Tie. Aban ohwe. Ni interest anything. To protect the judges.
National security.
To protect national security. Nti se obi ka asema e wo effect on national security. Na no oye dinya. Because of the nipa na kan careless or share nti aban act. No before for also kan.
Obu aje se o send se kan ni fanu.
Fantastic. That's the only point I'm making. That's the only point I'm making. Me, I say it all the time. And madam before, many of my friends are NDC people. I sit down with them off the couch, we talk. But they are me catch almost say, Master, politics ne association ne down for fano. Obia wo interest out the fa down for and all the year in the politics. Inti men ya wadwen say, we share MPP for. Inti wo kan sema e pia untumi defend it. Inti me say me come meeting, high level whatever meeting. So assembly wo ho a me feel say kukua mu say me sorry jira ho nipa ye mienu miensa pada ne crowd because asema ebia e wo say you deal with it no minim omo ye authority ebia national chairman ebia Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ebia general secretary me no one on one e betimi aka wie be jira crowd any this is an advice to us as politicians say you're extremely careful.
Okay, John.
I think say this is just an opportunistic avenue by government or person pushy adiano so much so that say the judges will take favorable consideration of the matter.
Okay.
Say a idea I was said by now say no crazy a pretty piece. No say we are concerned about our judges mean say we need a way out for us.
All right, yeba sisi ani aba behwe yewura kojo edu asare wa ha oja free aban nyukom te bibisa say adwemfin e na aba aban trim anase etise yenye nkramra yeba empense mu beto aso. Yebesa akọ ebrepem na yakọ akwakofa enkra no na Honorable Kojo Edu Asari. Say na John Isusu. Say the money be all the one aban bu nani aguso. Koto de na bodwe.
I'm say this tape and semi. Ba. Prior to elections. Be back from this end. Near Bo. One
specific.
I mean to answer that, and answer to address that part, no, and yet one-sided. No. What I say, we see we tip. Na ya bo.
You boy ya janja. You bo. With all due respect, you bo man. Radio good on bo. So on boy ya. You know this is we must understand
exactly.
Tape no any significance where politics no cry any dey.
No is to teach all of us how to be circumspect wherever we are and to be security conscious. In the days sebi gadgets.
As the tape na be betray nyansa kwan emfa so nkasa ne ade.
Politics does not give you the right. And the last man maker say the ruling class has evolved about do politicians. So there was a time that judges and they rule. There were times where priests were ruling. There were times where kings were ruling. And then ababeto politicians in some. If today the Ghana for decided say ye pese I don't want journalists for ruling Ghana. So
corruption charts, what does?
So will it be? What you say?
If home man no pay you, John. If home man no pay.
I hope you understand my point. From now on, the rulership of this nation is shared journalists. Now you call amend the constitution as such. So will it be? So politicians are no special people. First and foremost, you're special, you're ultra, whatever.
And now
superhuman beings are now say BB. You're himful. You understand?
And
we are servants. The word minister, call definition, they will tell you, a servant. Therefore, the minister of so and so, it doesn't make you the boss. Your first orientation is service to your God and to your country. And no. And you know, for me, I look at these issues and I always want to put it this way, say, you have a responsibility towards our nation. We should be careful. Ye kasamu. To send a John, okay, yes, kukuamu ye diko concern. What I say, menini shia ye to be din common. In onim say ye in confidence between the two of us. Me fanechi eko kase ojombo edu ka say it cry tremia. A breach of trust. And no war. But beyond that, like Okayano, sometimes we get excited. Which in a platform so and people have confessed plenty. You're converting now. Oh, when I wait there, political talk. What I say, yeah, because then the nitty-gritties greet you one-on-one. Someone who can, I'm really trying me. I drink power the kind anything. You be so treachery. Also be a backtrack. Oh, wait there. Nah.
I won't be never be
seen.
I say I am in Nepal. That man cannot say.
You understand? We all should learn from these things as of this point. And you know, in the case of Samuel Uku, I really don't say any voice.
I will see you in the crowd.
A BSc, I think the reason why people want to like I said, people say GD near there is because it happened to him before. And I thought that it happened to him, and he's either taking a cue from that experience, for which reason he's saying, say, we I can say he's saying if you are not no and no can we hope that is true. For me, he's a young man and has great potential. And I hope, say, maybe I'm saying no kekakono. It won't turn out to be the opposite. That's my best personal hope.
Okay.
Say and koye be different. Because yes, sir, not just say when she free the earlier experience now unya no.
But say so say because na itiani dua so mpre no ntimi gidi ye say same free sabre ye chi ne twi nanim e wo Supreme Court no wotu ne hofo. Ye nkra no mra ye ba ye mehwe university teachers almost strike no 21 days in here.
Before the deadline, after the deadline.
Sala no de justice atuguba na draw nti ye nkra na ba ye ba ya kanyina ebe Yamwa kwa babiem edi aba mpensem mu so e wo Badwam dwumadie so meka se nonkro na afisem to aso akwakosi nnundu nemum akasimedunum na nonkro abo ibi pije mu na fe yedi nkomo ketua bi ahya wansa na de akanyina yedi ato aso yeguso edi nkomo fa Supreme Court Samia Uku na afei ye omensi apon achechefo a wo mo atuatie mu na sese de ye monwura enum John UTAC for strike 21 days ni na se wo hwe public universities almost status na after 21 days na academic year nim na say ye nchira de ne ho keka ho na kire say we see closing it down na fe ye dissolution academic calendar no way forward is school for am ko bi to say registration and the me project work ni ade nyina mo stranded ho asemi ye kan say
you am say because to be in government now is any bibi ahead
Eding.
You understand? Because now see how your friends say retreater koye. Almost say for 8 months, 99% of internally generated income the tier salaries. Now see our Ministry of Interior, the circular call all departments and agencies section as immigration, police, NADMO, fire and all that say. Dear to me I salaries no betia. Into common paper crowd or koya dear or say a photocopy. A man crown or just say secretary or hard in the bottom sika and wakoye. Government business is almost coming to a halt. In the young one say you talk for a cost striker for 21 days, he to me and can almost and the difficulty involved as per almost status say 21 continuous days academic work and koswa you close down. What it means is that say almost decided say resume almost start academic calendar ni bion. Into all the 21 days spent by students on campus in ya so to be solved before then maybe 18 days 15 days and what will happen is that lecturers are almost specific name on bachelor no so that students no bet to me are benefit.
But quick one to add a not for so say by the school opening time no na almost music as a muse almost tetua kai match nim e ho baby no almost sanka music almost air threaten say almost the omdi ebejim
na make us it's so exciting the me say at this time I'm a minister no akọ sorry go for direji here be betting go for ana go for the info na enyum kon me say hey masa woni be dwuma da we ni so woni problem I da sometimes minji this sometimes they be are even aware of the problem. You understand? Over Ministry of Roads
na say yeah appointed minister untimi su
Davi
untimi shede mu su
ubesu woni problem say da Ministry of Roads and Transport. No, a roads per own. For 8 months, the new minister now about my contract back. A car at that honor. Also, Tiano Cran, no one was an answer or the other people I said. wow, and that day I was listening to him and I felt it within me. He said, "Oh, see, sir, assemblies, other institutions to make my road contract them. Or say, wow, my road contract, that will be the certificate of work that bar. Now, yeah, the Brenda or the member if I got their bro will be." He was saying it as it is. You understand? So, every stress, baby, I never no crane, ya win no.
So, see, I didn't get excited.
No, to be frank with you, and I can't imagine how my colleagues are feeling. You understand? And you know, I was saying together, no, especially these institutions. Sometimes your comments be on and bois. When they say, "Oh, book allowance, you chum, research allowance, you farm mamo, and all that." Oh yes, sir. Since you are the whole abem, they be able to say a bit yaka. But I cry no swa because look, there are people mere lecturers they will be prepared to even work for free for even 2 years, 5 years. Because almost will be process them and no na benefit your more and the be do baby do. Nina ye kasa de ene akuma pa yene be kasa. Now buying kasa so must be seen to be doing things right.
Okay. A
buying kasa because a revenue and expenditure. So revenue no endorse one. Uti expenditure, and especially on wasteful expenditure, a balance. But revenue untumenje. Unswa na udia a friend is saying dry season. You understand? Udia. Mini ameba metese na oka bibi about sports association. Say on mine to say Ghana. Now you deka $11,000 for 3 years. Now, you see, you to be entria. Meanwhile, say you 11,000 a year. Benefits are in terms of association, no sponsorship, or year. See, come the bread, no. Every say 11,000.
And I've been marketing the country.
Can you imagine? It will be say I won't say. It yeah, Casano.
I have saw a brain in Tina honorable Faka Crabbing, so na yen sorry, ye breno. It was mammy no pay.
Media Kakra, I can say you tag for. Masem ibia ede mas ibia masem yede but man hwe yi nso a san kola yi ba fia omo parents start kasa na akosem masem because the uproar will be too difficult for them because yes aban wo na sudie de a one role to play. It's true. Dr. C.D. Baye, we all saw it. The way Amokaya do baby, a man for power mucho. Oh, munye say, Omu trim could do baby. I feel not, Sabe. Oma ye hiyama. Oma semna nanka deno. Na any aye. The people were feeling it because now and you're buying and now punishing the people. And I hope say UTAG will not get to that level.
Okay.
Bibi anywhere. You translate a car, and I say, she said, the two parties should engage. Now, Obia man everybody should sacrifice at least so that not in this time. School students are go show someone and no more fascinum near you frame.
Okay, honorable, you better say, your brain tea, and I didn't come out to train the minimum and no concourt to drain him or the moment above form. What is a good for my now? On my gun, and Yami Adom which now. Be unto Dean or Memunyo from Sesabia, one of no, Leja, Yentina baby near Are they?
Inti, I did, which you knew of it when they describe the audio form saying, I'll be wonderful.
On Sabri about Brazil.
Me pa
say akola bi nom ne nufu.
Abrewa
na say obi twetwe.
Abrewa nufu de wan e kono.
Akola be. E ho adwo fom na me ka won ti ase.
Okay. Say nufu no wa adwo.
Ne ho adwo no.
Okay.
Ye mfa Brazil nsom akoda num obi ntwetwe
Nti
wonto ho ase usa bante Everything and was here deputy communications director at my MPP John Bodu and Afi honorable Kojo Edu Asare Kane Adenta Emrasibejani Midi Edna na say ampo for J production crew na and then momejina na makacho say Nyankopon insurance so regime sabre yedim pensim bisi ade akanyina na ye de 12 so sisi Enti na wo ka se meko menyanko metete heya na ene yeba bedi enkomo bi sankomo we foni to Yesu Kristo ni moja ohwiegu ye ewo goguta pepo ne so ahu na emane nka wakoma na nipa nti na nipa wo ho so a nipa ensei yewo akwada ketewa bi wa hanum se ya asem a ato no yesim adwum eda eseniwura didi kan mame ye mame a wono na ehwe my shepherd orphanage no eno no wapu emantamu akwaba mama ye akwaba
yeah
awudi nimpo de sayimpo
Madam Philomena Santueji
akorai ene nantese ne ho asem kakra bi bone to fama ye na feti fonti bi
yo Madam wase na bedu multi TV ewo adwuma mu ha ewo nkran ha me nantese ane se eye akola Charlotte Educhumuwa ye ne fi Oboba FM ana homode edene ba man shepherd orphanage homode ne ba se bi na akola no oni nan a se bi ordinance enti da bia se ye ko ba bia ohwia na afi na ye din se ye be ko ba bi na da bia akola no ye be fa na chechire na o se ye pe emoa bi na ye de boa no na ne nan no timi nante so enti ye de ne ko ensam orthopedic ema omo ye ne nan no edema yen aboafo na eboa yen enu achi no ana bebe hu se oni ne nsa no ba ku yenum ba ko nso ye enan se de mu hu no aha no enu achi no na fe oni ba bia okọ janan afa so okọ toilet fa nti enu nso no na eta de course St Dominic ni GCD hospital ti a chire doctors no mo
oni ba bia okọ toilet fa se oni to
kra je se
ekwan na ne to
ni trum no
se mo hwe TV ni so an nsafo no na eda so no to aso nti kokromotie nim
nti my head ne ko GCD hospital nti doctor na on the Dr. Kwesi Ansa entry ana yes there be said that ne tie se orefa ye de kokolebu champion ampa ye kokolebu ye kokolebu no ana ohu se there be so omutimi eye baby makola no timi jana nan edefa enti aha na omopa akola no ne to ne defa enti okọ toilet na ne yayi na je say de water injection no
bi so na ye nhwe enti baby a plaster yi fami
ehọ no okọ
toilet fa toilet kan normal na wachim na afa ho aba na kwan be so
no be wan say toilet e say kra yi jina wakobi but ye kwa bontin na ye be koyi na ye clean
bo hu ansa toilet na begum
na ye sa ma ami na hwe no nti na je se wono wa clean no wayi se de ye kwa toilet no a nti kolebufo ye se sa na tie de a on be hwe no ayi ho no abeto se bi ba bia oja na nan efa
ne to no so sa si tokro na ho nti na je se wo mo na e be hwa
pai na ye se watimi akwa toilet no afa
mama misa ababa we ohwe ni kusan ba ko bi oba se de wo kan asetena ne muti se kwa be na fa so ohwe no sanse obi a ono no se bi oni to ne nan ba ko so eni ho eni ade kwa be na fa so hwe no
ono no titwi papa
on sheda titwi
eza me na me ya ma me na me ti me da me eza ono ya me weka
ono ka de kasa krobo ene nyabo e me nya de wo ho nti ene me ni nkomo no ha ya
eti mi da kwala no eya ne ma me ne me e wo home ho
na akwara na nkasa no we ni nti amana ye mo ana se on de wonte
ono de oni mu hwe se da bia na ni je onye akwara bia ye se kasa bia enne no me ye mo ana
se kasa odi agbo kama
okosku nursery
mame
Mekia
kasa what to say?
Kasa mpacho me ho ye. Ka.
Say I didn't know kan so name said abreye ne kakra me who say wotiti. Wo so home ne dey say.
Man Shepherd Orphanage akwetia den chembo mensin.
Mami enti say dear pa na mo hwehwe.
Say ehia moa. So be amanfo ene adofo be boan na yetimi ahwa akwala no ama wagina anya ne gina bia. Say de yankasa no yeso ye namo a yehu say
enye wo ye mba ne mom wo fa ne gini ne de ne bre wo amoba ye na ne nani ho sisi amoaboa amaja wonya artificial one na ogina so na problem we susu asaba anye bia doctor fo no ye sisi bi bu nkonta bi kire mu say wonya kapra na asempo a ne betimi.
Okay, and operation no me say 3000 Ghana cedi.
Can 30 million opepe aduasa. Ti omunya dia o betimi aya ma sebe ejanan na fa ne yefunu mu na eba no akwakofa ne to. Anya bia mu twa ebre e de to ho ma mo se bia mu anya bibesi ana se o mo se mu de munya berbia na mo betimi dia.
Okay, dana ye de ne call review no o mo ka say within 1 week until no ana de ne call ye. Ti de ne call no o mo call scan no ana o mo ye say ene ye magi date no na je say omo emma ye time e betimi o betimi e de akọ na ha no amaye.
Na minim se bia se adwumakuo bi anaso obi wo moa bi a opese ode ebrem ana ekwan be no ofa so edrum nchen.
Okay, yeah, just say the account number and say the telephone number edija.
Mo account number ma se de twa e de ama akore. Mene mo amhwe ye no se mo hwe TV ne so a account number bi eda so. Philomena Asantewa Ejei any account name Philomena Asantewa Ejei account name na account number no 2031010161933 2031010161933 Philomena Asantewa Ejei any account name pacho bank be yan
Ghana Commercial Bank kede
Ghana Commercial Bank kede and in pacho account number no account name no ne Philomena Asantewa Ejei na o se bank no kede GCB na Ghana Commercial Bank branch. We dey etie for madaro mane mo animu a minim se 3000 Ghana cedis iska de nso enye sika bia e kire so so wa akoma pa se obetimi aboa yesre wa bia na wo nya daje mfanko bank na ma me number be no obetimi afre so na bibia ni a monsa etimi aka
0243 928215
sisu bie ma me
0243 928215
sai sisu bie
0243 928215
yeda sipi enu nti adofo se de yedi kadi atomoni mu abirbia se ekire so se amoboa yen na megidie se wotu botom yi kapra na asempoa e de eboa yenua ketua filo na ne hotimi to na Nyankopon enso ebehwe oyiye papa na wahye wanam yehwe manim se mba beboa yen bibia na moto bia betu bia e de afa akole ho no Nyankopon ebeshira na wo se osa wakoma ya de so
akoma eno so lungs no problem about
say damra wontimi nyane na mfa na tu de eden ya how bebem ni nyina ka ho bia ombe ye ho adwuma
eno we na 3000 no
na ne akoma no so ho asem
akoma ma ye ho
na ye say mu betima aboa ya bro 3000 Ghana cedis na Nyankopon be hia mo say enye sabio fort ba kope ene wo ne ho de say akoma no ne ahrawa no so mu how kakra bi so ewo mu a ni nyina behia mo wa say doctor for be nenso ntasuo enko a enante account number no any phone number no in the good TV ne so no ntimada roma momodin amoye Ghana Commercial Bank kede branch na obetime so afre wo mo sempo kire so ana ni nyina afo ni so ade wo ma yete wonka wo modi TV ha ye ma me ba bi obi ano e be frɛ na mana ba beje my shepherd meboa my shepherd orphanage ewo Eastern region wo se kro ni di ni se akwatia ho na wo eniti etefo ye de besia ne mom wi sika na de boa no asabo mpa ya tachiri se dia dokotafo no na momunim de so e bia Nyankopon nta wo machi na kwada no otimi atana se obi ni oberpo ahyase bia na de bi no oba be ye ni petitiri bi a obesombo ayi bi papa bi e de ama omen eniti ye beja mo hana nkoso amompa ye yinim se kwan bia so no Nyankopon be hye ne ho ni munyam number no se sisu bi ma me
pacho number no is 0243 92 82 15.
Okay. Yɛde mu besia sabre de efisem dwumadi ne de to aso nene yɛwɔ ɛyɛ worship group bi a ɔmbɛba malam buduso bɛba no ɔno nso abegyina mu ama yɛnuanom nkramofo no na sofo baako so ɛbɛka no nkramofo no bɛhyɛ ase ansa na de aka nyina atoto aso na efisem no nyina no ɛyɛ empaebɔ ɛne dwomtoɔ a yɛde ɛgye asomdwie ne mu so benya kwanya na wafrɛ bi sisi mpaye mu hwam ɛne bu hɔ no ma ɔmɔ mpaye no otufo mpaye nko na futuo nko na na ya brefo ɛde yaka nyina ɛto aso bidin ɛde na nasɛi ampofo agye